Wild things found in 90s video game magazines. This is the very first copy of Sega Visions. If you're familiar with Nintendo Power, think of it as the Sega equivalent. This is a Sega Master System, the very first console Sega ever put out. Think of this as the big brother to the Sega Genesis. And if you owned one of these, you probably wondered, what the heck was this for? Well, in 1990, our friends over at the Sega Vision magazine had a pretty interesting answer to that question. Now, back when I was a kid, we had magazines that we could actually hold in our hands and read. And you could write a letter to the magazine. And if it was good enough, they would put it in the magazine and they would answer that question. And in the very first issue of Sega Vision, someone writes, "What are the slots at the bottom of the Sega Master System?" And the game doctor answered this. These slots were originally designed so future peripherals could be plugged into the bottom of the system. No peripherals which access these slots have ever been produced, however, and none are planned. Think of it as the system's belly button. I swear to God, that's exactly what it says right here. The system's belly button. Ugh, looks like an Audi. Now, the irony was, this first issue came out in July of 1990, and the Sega Master System was already very long in the tooth, and the Sega Genesis had already been released. But, fun fact, the Sega Genesis also had a port like that. It actually got put to use. Because this is where you would eventually hook your Sega CD up to your Sega Genesis console, which you would be able to later add the 32X to make the Sega Tower of Power. Did you ever try to put together one of these monstrosities?